Hello all, I'm Josh as a Josh Builds Stuff, and today I am very excited because it is another very big LEGO haul day. And here's the kicker, this isn't even everything I bought. Like I said, I'm very excited and I have every reason to be excited because I got a bunch of new LEGO. A bunch of new LEGO was just released August 1st in 2021. But I'm also a little bummed, a little disappointed. With that, I will add a little disclaimer to the beginning of this video in saying I may sound a little, critical and complainy and annoyed at the current state of the LEGO process and what it takes to just get new sets these days. And with that, I will give the disclaimer that I recognize that I am privileged and that not everyone has the opportunity to even buy a bunch of new LEGO, much less complain about it. So I am trying not to complain, but I do want to share some of my thoughts on what is going on in the current world of LEGO. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but first let's talk about what it is that I indeed did buy on August 1st, this big LEGO release day that everyone, myself included, has been waiting so eagerly for because there were a bunch of new Star Wars, a bunch of new Marvel, a bunch of just random other sets that came out August 1st, and I bought a bunch of it. And so let's talk about the haul first, and then I'll talk a little about what my plan was when approaching the August 1st release, what I had planned to do, and what I ended up doing in reality to get these sets and some others that are on the way. First, let's talk about the new sets that I do have in front of me right now. We bought all of the new LEGO Star Wars sets from this August summer release, which is a lot of new Star Wars sets. We got the Moff Gideon's Cruiser, which isn't actually called that, the Slave One, which also isn't called that, the Mandalorian Starfighter, the little Ahsoka vs. Darth Maul duel, Darth Vader's Meditation Chamber, and the little Armored Marauder thing from The Mandalorian. There are a few other new Star Wars sets that have been announced, like the Mandalorian's Armor Forge thing, and also the, of course, Republic Gunship. You may notice that set is missing. I have decided to hold off on getting the Gunship, at least for now. If I do get it, it will be in the future, but I'm not picking that up right now, at least not for the current price or with all this other stuff that I'd rather have instead. I spent enough on LEGO Star Wars already. The Gunship is up in the air. It's a maybe for me. But obviously we didn't just buy some LEGO Star Wars stuff. We also bought some other stuff, some Marvel stuff. We got the Infinity Gauntlet, that cool 18 plus set, the Ironmonger set from Iron Man. There are a couple other Iron Man sets that are out. The Creator 3-in-1 Shuttle. I was very excited about this set and am excited to build that eventually. We also got the only Mario set that I actually care about, and I don't even care that much about it. I got the new Luigi starter pack thing only to get the little Luigi himself. I know I probably could have bought him on his own for less money, but my kid will enjoy playing with the rest of that pack as well. Here's the kicker. Here's the funny thing. I did not buy any of these sets from Lego.com or from the LEGO store. This is the part where we get into the story of what I actually did on August 1st. Here was my original plan going into August 1st. I was going to go down to the LEGO store, like I do on a lot of release days, wait in line with a lot of people, and then go into the store, pick up a whole bunch of stuff and struggle to carry it to the register, buy all of that, carry it to my car, have it home, all in hand on the first day of release. However, a lot of things changed leading up to August 1st. For starters, I saw a lot of these new Star Wars sets were appearing in Walmarts around me, and I went to Walmart a couple days before release. I think I got these July 31st, so technically before release date, and they had a bunch of these Star Wars sets. They had some of these Marvel sets. That's where I picked up basically everything I have before me. I bought it from Walmart, which is my last choice when it comes to buying LEGO. And so continuing on this journey, I bought all this stuff the day before August 1st, and then I was in a random LEGO live stream, and I saw Ross from Emma Saurus's channel, from Ross and Emily, the Sauruses. I saw Ross pop in, and he was like, my LEGO store says they may not even get the new sets in stock. I should call beforehand. And I was like, good idea, Mr. Saurus. And so I did just that. I called ahead of time to make sure that our LEGO store would have the new LEGO sets, and she was like, we do have the new LEGO sets, but it's going to be a weird system. No one's going in the store. It's kind of a pseudo curbside, not really curbside system going on. And so from what I heard from all the people that did go to the Lego store, which, spoiler, I did not go to the Lego store to buy new sets, which was a little disappointing. This sounds a little rambly, but we're getting somewhere. Maybe we'll figure it out together. I did not go to the Lego store, which is a bummer because I actually know other people in the local Lego community, and I would have loved to see them in person and hang out and say hi and chat and give them a fist bump or an elbow bump, because you still can't touch people because I don't know that everything's still getting worse in the world of diseases, which is unfortunately a world that all of us are more familiar with nowadays than we would have been previously. So I did not go to the Lego store on release date because I didn't want to deal with this. You stand in line and then they give you an order sheet and a paper and a pen and you check off what you want, and then you get to the front of the line and then they give you a phone number and you call that phone number and you place your order, and then they go in the store and they get it for you. It just sounded like, I don't know, a little too much of a mess for me. And so come 11 p.m. the night before, because I'm in Central Time, a bunch of new sets went live on the Lego website, and I was like, cool, I'll just buy them here instead. So excluding the sets that I had in front of me, I still had a long list of sets that I wanted to pick up from the official Lego website. Unfortunately, the Lego website has some issues every time there are new big releases. So they kind of implemented a queue system, which kind of works, but even then the page loaded really slowly, and I wanted the new gift with purchase, little sailboat thing, and I was like, I think I can put through 2 different orders with the number of new sets that I want to buy, get a couple of each of the gifts with purchases. Well, I did that, I think, and it took a while to get things into the cart, and there's error messages firing off left and right, and then eventually I got a couple $100 worth of things in my cart, including the new Gunship and a couple of the other new Marvel sets. I think this Ironmonger was in that cart, I don't remember at this point, and then I checked out, and I think that went through, and then I got a confirmation page, I got a confirmation number, but yet I didn't get and confirmation email later. I still don't see that order on my orders page on the Lego website. I'm giving it some time, but it's been 2 days already. And then I went through and I put in a second order that was also over $200 so I could get that gift with purchase again. And that order also went through, and then I did get a confirmation email from that one, and I do see that order on Lego's website, so I kind of have 2 orders, but I don't know if one of them actually exists anywhere, and so I'm still in the process of hunting down the Gunship and a couple of other random sets that I don't know if I got an order for. And so my original plan was to go to the Lego store and buy Lego on release date, and that plan was, I don't know, it kind of went to up in the air at this point, as you can clearly tell. I will reiterate, it probably sounds like I am complaining and being very critical of my experience trying to buy, I don't know, $1,000 worth of new Lego sets, which I recognize is a very first world problem, and there are much bigger things in the world worth worrying about than me not being able to buy all of the toys that I want on the day that they come out. But I think what I'm getting at here is that I care a little less about ordering sets officially from Lego. Sure, the VIP points are nice to get, but honestly, if Target was just as reliable as Lego, and they may be more reliable in some senses, I would order from them because I have a red card and it's about the same discount either way. And I've heard other people kind of express this same sentiment, where they're like, I don't really care where I get my Lego from at this point as long as I get it to me quickly, and they don't care as much about the VIP points or the gifts with purchases and stuff, because all that is kind of getting difficult to get the things that you want, or to rely on Lego to have the things available that you would like, with the coins, with the little Ulysses space probe thing, with the ideas program stuff going up in the air. It just seems like Lego they're falling a little short of expectations, at least in 2020 and 2021. And sure, we can blame coronavirus and all of that, and there's supply issues and stuff, and we're still recovering from a lot of that, and we're still in a lot of ways very far out from being fully recovered from all of that. I recognize that, but I feel like there's an issue here that Lego is growing more quickly than they can keep up with. And maybe it's just my own thoughts that I've gotten a lot more into Lego lately, but I think it's pretty clear to see that Lego as a company is recognizing and concentrating on older fans like myself. Like, we got these big 18 plus sets, they come in the fancy black boxes, they're clearly targeted towards adults. They're more expensive, and Lego is pumping these things out like crazy, and it's working on people like me and a lot of other Lego fans. Couple that with this pandemic, a lot of people at home, a lot of people with extra time on their hands, Lego, I think, is becoming more and more popular, and yet their website is struggling to keep up, and their stores are struggling to keep up, and they're launching these different programs and incentives and whatnot whatnot, and a lot of the fans are walking away a little frustrated. And so personally, where I'm at this point is I will literally buy a bunch of new Lego sets from Walmart the day before release when I know I have a chance to buy them the next day, but I would rather not deal with Lego's website issues or Lego's store issues, and I'd rather just have the sets in hand that I can get when I can get them. Unfortunately, that makes me a little bummed because I do still love Lego as a company, and I definitely still love their products, and I want to support them and I want them to do well, but I think there are some things that they can do to, I don't know, kind of meet the expectations of fans like myself. Obviously, they have a huge job ahead of them trying to appeal to adults and children still and release products on a timely manner and keep everyone happy. It's not an easy task, and so I'm trying not to be too critical. Obviously, it sounds like I am, but that's just where I am right now. I don't care where I get my Lego sets, I just want to get them, and I want to get them quickly and early, and I'll pay full price or whatnot. But a lot of their actions are actually appealing to scalpers and whatnot, and other people who are willing to sell Lego sets for a lot more money, and that makes people like me pay a lot more money for a set if I really wanted it, and that I'm not crazy about. And so I'll end my little rant here and say, long story short, I'm very happy that I got all of these new Lego sets, and I'm happy that I have more, I think, on the way. I have at least one order on Lego.com that should be here, but it's kind of just in limbo or in the warehouse right now. I have a second order that may or may not show up at some point, and in the meantime, I'm still searching for Gunship and other stuff and going to Walmarts and stuff. I think I have a Bad Batch shuttle ordered from Walmart, and I had the Gunship scheduled for a pickup at Walmart today, and then I went, by the time I didn't even go to the store. I got another email a couple hours later that were like, hey, we canceled your order because some of this stuff is out of stock. Overall, it's frustrating to try to get all of this stuff day one, I will say. For a third time, I recognize this is a very first world problem. I hope you all are excited, like I am, to have so much new Lego just hitting the shelves. It's just a fun time to have all these new summer sets out, and if you want to see everything that I did buy, then subscribe to the channel, because we will try to do reviews on all of this stuff, but it's a lot of stuff to get through, and so we're a little backed up here, so don't count on me like releasing a new video every single day, because that will make me tired, and I want to like doing what we're doing around here, and so I'm gonna review all this stuff at my own time, at my own pace, and have fun with it. If that's something that you would be interested in seeing, then like I said, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, tell me what new Lego set you're most excited about from this big summer wave, and I will tell you that I most likely bought it in some form, and like I said, it may or may not be on its way to my house. We'll find out. It's like a surprise to myself of what may or may not show up at my front door. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. We got a whole bunch of new content heading your way. Maybe we'll do some more live streams of some of this stuff. Who knows? I already built a couple of these things. I got the Marauder going. I got the little Ahsoka and Darth Maul duel down there. Those were fun little sets, but I'm struggling to even find time myself to build all this stuff. It's been a busy few weeks, but thank you all who stick around and who do support me and who are looking forward to these new sets as much as I am. Again, I will say one more time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.